We got this Siren 17 sailboat after it sustained some pretty major hull damage from being left to fill with water on the trailer. We have big dreams for this little boat, but first we are fixing her up stronger and more capable than ever so that she can safely take us on these amazing adventures. This week we are fabricating 2 new bulkheads to give not just amazing strength to the hull, but also some separation within the cabin. Okay, let's get to work. Back in episode 3, we removed this little bulkhead that was really just a small cabinet door made out of thin veneer and some little tacked-in strips of wood. We do like the position of this old one though, so we are using it as a guide to fabricate the new, much beefier version.
Okay, come back more. Keep going right there. Stop. That's exactly square. We've got the old bulkhead here. We've put some layout marks all around it and done some measuring, and we're gonna make a copy of this, but we're gonna do it with 1/2 inch, I think, plywood and cover it in fiberglass and make it part of the boat. So we might add a shelf in here as well. We're still working out the details of that, but
Bulkhead first?
Bulkhead first, and we'll build a shelf once it's in place. So. This is 5/8.
Is 5/8 too thick?
No, I kind of wanted 1/2 inch, but this 1/2 inch stuff's doesn't feel thick enough. It's kind of flimsy. Let's go with this one.
Okay, we just need to get the contour gauge to get the rounded bottom.
Yes.
The old bulkhead sat on a little nailer strip, but we want the new one to be a cohesive piece. Once we had the shape traced out, we then got to work cutting a window in the center of the bulkhead so that we can access the cubby in behind. Yeah, I think I like the big one. Give it a nice curve in that corner. Like this one would be fine too, but no, I think I like the big one.
Yeah, let's do the big one then. I think it's easier to fiberglass around those rounded corners rather than square ones too.
Ah, so that's why you're going to all this work.
Time for new hole saw?
Yeah. After struggling with the hole saw and determining that we need a new one, we decided that instead of drilling these corners all the way out, we would just use it to mark the curvature and then carefully follow that guide with the jigsaw.
Don't let me forget that we're leaving these little squares that are marked in as I'm cutting it. Like, throw something at me if I'm about to cut them out.
Okay.
After all that effort.
It looks awesome.
You like it? Yeah?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sanding left to do in a few spots just to get it to sit nicer, like it's almost perfect. But we kind of need to dry fit it with the deck to make sure it's going to be the right height up top. Like, we might need to trim that or sand it a little bit depending on how much it needs to change.
So we should make sure that with our new little bulkhead there's room for us to lay down because we're both pretty tall.
Yeah, I kind of did that yesterday. I just made sure no one was here to film me. So, but
Well, now I'm here.
I think it works. There's room.
Yeah, it looks
And
good.
boards on all this stuff and in there when it's a bed. So
Yeah.
I think it's
Not a
good.
ton of room,
Not,
but
like that's right at that bulkhead at the back. But I think it would work.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay, now we are going to fabricate the second bulkhead in the back of the boat. Getting the shape for this bulkhead was a little daunting, but we just slowly plugged away at it. First, we used the flexible pipe ruler to mark out our guideline for where the bulkhead will sit. Then we used the contour gauge to transfer the shape of the hull to our paper. We measured and had a rough idea where we thought the bulkhead would sit on the underside of the deck, so Kyle used the grinder to remove the paint in that section.
So I had mismeasured a little bit, and that bulkhead's actually going to land right here where this stiffener is. So I think we'll just chop this out and the bulkhead gets to be the stiffener now.
After cutting the stiffener out, we were able to lay out our guideline for where the bulkhead will sit.
So we're trying to pull the shape of the bulkhead off the underside of the hull here, and it's proving difficult with the contour gauges that worked so well in the boat yesterday. So we came up with a new plan. We cut all these little blocks of wood, and we're gonna just glue up a template to fit along our line out of pieces of wood, and then we can trace that afterwards to get the shape exact. There's going to be no movement and no guesswork in that at all. So
yeah, it's gonna be good.
Let's see if it works like we hoped. So
I feel pretty good about how that went together. I guess we'll
I think
see when
so.
we actually cut the piece of wood how well it actually worked, but it makes sense to me.
I think it worked. Let's try it out. Let's cut it out. I'd say that worked awesome.
Yeah, that looks great. When you look at it like this, it's not a lot of wood that's going to be going into it.
No. I think that's it.
Such a complicated piece for such a narrow little...
I'm very skeptical whether or not we did this right.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is still still just a template for our new bulkhead. We will ultimately use the same 5/8 plywood we used for the front bulkhead, but first we will have to flip the deck over and drop it on top to dry fit these two new bulkheads properly. Then we can cut the rear bulkhead out of the thicker plywood and fiberglass them both in place. We aren't quite ready to flip the deck back over yet though, so we're going to leave this part of the project for now. Subscribe so you can come back later and see the bulkheads get glassed in place. The last real structural repair that we have to tackle on this boat is the centerboard trunk. This is an area where lots of these boats struggle, with water getting in and causing rot in the area. We ground out all the rotten wood back in episode 4 and have fiberglassed the trunk back up to flush. Now we need to start thinking about the wood to replace those supports we ground out, as well as the gussets we removed and 2 more we want to add.
Yeah, you can definitely see the holes there.
These holes are for the centerboard pivot and locking bolts. We need to carefully mark these so we can drill them in the same place again so that the centerboard will still fit in place.
A strong patch, 12 inches tall, like right to the top on both sides, and then we go 6 wide, so there's 3 centered on the hole, like between the fingers there for the board.
Yeah, that looks perfect, I think. So we'll do 1 gusset in the front and then 1 partway back there, and about that size, you figure?
Yeah, like where the one was we took out here, like this is just my visual, but something like that I think is about the right size.
Yeah.
We'll have to shape the bottom of it a bit.
That sounds good.
Up front, and then we'll do the same thing back here somewhere, maybe midway. I think.
What do you think? Good or maybe a little small?
Maybe a little small.
Okay, so this one is 11 by 6. Maybe a little bit big now? Just unnecessary?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So 9 by 6
But
it is then.
So that fits perfect on that side.
Okay. So we just need to make another template for further back, since the angle is different.
Yeah, where are we going with that? Here?
Yeah.
That's it there.
Okay.
I don't know if I can trace that without changing it, but. Where are we going, right there?
Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, that looks great. Does it work on the other side too?
Yep.
So this is 3/4 inch, and we're using for the gussets and the supports on the.
Yeah, like I think we might as well go 3/4 inch. We've got a big chunk of it here.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be
That'll work perfectly.
we're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on Saturday night.
Yeah, and that was perfect. Like, perfect.
Good.
Well, maybe I'll do this one more time just to make it perfect too. Yeah, perfect. Sits in there beautifully now. I'm glad I did that one more time.
Good.
Cool.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time for now, and Kyle has to go back to work for a bit. So, finishing this will have to wait for a future episode. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the installation of these bulkheads and the centerboard trunk reinforcements. Lots of great progress, though, and I'm thinking it is just about time to go shopping for some paint. See you next time.
I almost called her quits on doing this just because I was stressed out about pulling these contours in any accurate way and trying to make this shape. And I'm glad we didn't give up and we tried it because it went pretty smoothly. It only took a couple of hours to figure it out. So
Yeah, it looks perfect. It's going to be really nice to have that separation in there, though, from the cabin and like that back storage locker.
gas tank and
Yeah.
whatever. So no, it's great. It's good.